I do believe we're set up for intern Derek, right? Sam, we're all set in the other room?
Yes, we are.
Now, here's our problem. If you weren't listening to yesterday's show, you're thinking, who gives a shit?
No. We're going to expose an intern. He's lying.
Yeah.
And we're going to make him look like a fool.
I guess we got to kind of recap what happened yesterday, Anthony.
Yeah. So
That's the way to do this.
New intern.
To bring in the new people that maybe weren't listening to that segment yesterday.
They'll catch on. New intern.
A little wacky.
Yeah, he's got a very high voice. Sounds like an idiot. And he was making some very racist Twitters. Mm-hmm. And then you confronted him about it on your Saturday show.
Oh, special delivery starring Sam and
Special
Dave.
delivery starring Sam and Unemployed.
Correct.
And, yeah.
Sam and Bum.
Sam and Box Boy.
Sam, and what were you thinking? Like an idiot.
And you guys confronted him about it, and he said he was influenced by this program and, more importantly, by me personally, to be as horribly racist as he is on his Twitter. So we confronted him about that on yesterday's show, and he said the reason he is so racist is because he was robbed or assaulted about 40 times. And he said 99% of those times, black people did it. So he has the...
Anthony didn't believe him. He didn't think that the estimation was high enough.
Yes. There could have been a .999.
I know. Good. That was good delivery on my part.
Yeah, so we talked to him a little bit about that, and then he said he had been robbed at knife point. They cut his face with a box cutter. He had scars elsewhere from these things. And we asked him about these scars. And you know what? He couldn't show us any. He was trying to point to nothing on his stomach and chest and say, oh, it was this. Here's where I was stabbed, and here. And there were not one fucking mark on it.
Very similar to Eye Patch Guy.
He said he got hit with a baseball bat pipe.
Yeah. He said he got hit with a pipe in the leg, and it made a dent in his shin.
He said stomach first. He said stomach right around here, and he looked for the wound. And then he said it was the leg.
And then he said went from pipe to baseball bat. His story fell apart. Yeah. And then his story also fell apart. Jimmy used some great interrogation procedure on him.
That's right.
And made him repeat something, part of the story, as if you hadn't asked it before.
And I gave him the false, because he said he had been robbed on 6th Avenue. And so I said, where did you get robbed? They said, by this library. I'm like, that was on 5th Avenue, right? And he'd go, on 5th Avenue.
So, I mean, he completely cheesed it. So we're thinking, bullshit. Bullshit! And then somebody had the idea, hey, why not put him on a lie detector? And that's it. So now he's in that room.
He's not in there yet.
Lie detector guy. Oh, well, lie detector guy's in there.
He is.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of this scientifically.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
He's ready to be escorted into the room whenever you two see fit. Or three, I should say. Sorry, Mr. North.
No, please. No offense taken.
No offense taken. Oh, is this the room?
What are they talking about in there?
I think it's the science behind.
It's like when the processor works.
Who's he talking to?
Himself.
Talking to the other guy's cock.
He's talking to the machine. Hi, you're my friend.
Yes. Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Detective Joshua.
All right, get him in there.
Okay.
Just unplug the goddamn thing. Get him in there. Who's he talking to?
Please tell me he's by himself in there.
Oh.
Just rambling on.
Like fucking Private Pile in Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, yeah. Great if he just starts blurting out the worst racist stuff ever.
Gotcha.
Sam going in?
Yeah, he just told them we're getting him.
Right.
And there's Derek. Oh my God, it's like he's being executed. Look at him.
Yeah.
All right, it's time.
I know.
I could say he looks like a relief pitcher. It's like a finisher, yeah.
Is he talking to himself in there?
No, he's got another guy with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he does? Lovers?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Derek's entering the room.
This is Derek.
Hey, Derek, I'm Dan.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
How are you? This is Jason, my assistant. How are you, buddy? Good, good. So, why don't you grab a seat over there?
I'll leave you guys.
Perfect, thanks.
This is never
All
good.
right, so I can't really see you too well, so I'm going to come around here so we can chat for a
Friendly,
while.
casual.
Hey, you know why you're here?
Being a lie detector
You're going
test.
to take a polygraph
Yes, I
test
need to
today.
take a polygraph.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
so,
but that
have you taken a polygraph
good-natured
before?
thing
No.
is all part of the ploy.
How old
yeah.
are you now, Derek?
18.
18, okay. And you in school, or what are you doing?
I'm in college, yeah.
In college, okay. Where do you go?
Kingsborough
He's
Community
already
College.
lying.
Oh, okay, sure.
On his way in, I go, you ready for your lie detector
Criminal
test? And
justice.
he goes,
Good. All right, so
lie detector
polygraph's the perfect
test?
thing for you to learn.
What do you
then.
mean?
I know about
knew
I
it.
know about the polygraph.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's inconclusive in court most of the time.
Not true. What happens
Not
is
true.
polygraphs have been around for almost 100 years. So polygraphs today are admitted in court itself
dummy.
in 20 states. Wow. In New York, they're not, and also federal court, they're admitted. Also admitted in immigration court.
There are a lot of New York State court.
No, in New York State, they don't utilize them in the courtroom, but they use them to adjudicate issues outside of the courtroom. So I'll give you a quick example.
Said Jew. Oh boy.
Oh,
Kid was on a bus, gets robbed.
black guy
Gets
did
grabbed
it.
from behind as he's getting off the bus. Somebody punches him in the face, and they take a sidekick. So the cops come on the bus and they go, "I think the kid that robbed you." So he goes, "I don't know, I couldn't see." He says, "All I know
Year
was a
this
kid with a
happened?
Yankee fitted hat and a black bubble jacket." Well, like 14 kids on the bus had the same thing because all he could see was when he turned around.
Yeah.
So the cop go, "Is this the kid?" He goes, "I don't know, it could be." He goes, "You get off the bus." He goes, "Is this the kid?" He goes, "Ah, it could be also." He goes, "Get off the bus," and they take 3 kids and they arrest all 3. Meanwhile, the kids don't even have the sidekick. So grandma brings him to me. I do a polygraph on the kid. The kid passes. I give it to the DA. The DA drops the charges on the kid. I've had kids arrested for selling drugs to cops, and they say, "Oh, you know what? We don't really think he sold the drugs. We think the cop is not telling the truth." So we get people out of trouble. Let me put it this way:
All right.
you go into a Dunkin' Donuts and they have you on video and your fingerprints on the counter, and you're robbing the store. You're not getting the polygraph, but you are getting a polygraph if it's questionable. That's the way she
They use it
works.
to get rid of any doubt.
To rule out, right? Exactly.
Right. All right.
So I've gotten people out of
is
Rikers
he
Island.
doing?
I'm an expert in criminal and Supreme Court because
Brilliant
I
stuff.
test for the district attorney.
Oh, so you know your stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I've been a private investigator for 20 years, polygraph examiner. I do it for one of the NBC shows, the Steve Wilkos show. Have you ever seen Steve Wilkos?
Boo.
Okay, so
Boo.
criminal stuff there, murders, rapes, child abuse, stuff like that. So the polygraph.
I sure don't want to be in
basically
there.
tells me what part of your brain you're utilizing when you tell the truth or when you lie.
Gotta have a brain.
We know that by the advent of MRIs.
Kid's adult.
So if I stick your head in the MRI and I go, "Is your name
How about I
Derek?"
stick your
Yes.
fucking head through that
So
MRI?
this part of your brain is
F-O-1.
gonna activate,
What's that doing?
which is your long-term
B-O-O.
short-term memory.
Yo-ho.
How do you know you go to Queensborough Community College, by the way?
Had I know, I just know.
It's in your memory.
It's in my memory. I
Right,
know.
exactly. How do you know to come to work here?
It's in my
It's in
memory.
your memory. So everything that you know is where? In your memory. It's the hard drive of your computer. Your brain does 100 trillion calculations per second.
Well,
No,
not
it's
his.
His does 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Poorly.
Which is what you do
Yeah.
now. But if it didn't run automatically...
He's got an old 486 brain.
Eat, sleep, talk, lie.
When you lie, you use the area just above your eye sockets in the prefrontal
Got a little
cortex.
Commodore
That's
64
your
in his head.
Yeah.
imagination.
DOS prompt,
So if
idiot.
you tell me something that's not true, if you say, "Oh, yeah, I was born on Mars and space aliens flew me in here," that's not your memory.
Are you utilizing the if you look left, you're telling the truth. If you look right, you're seeing the story.
I hate how he's trying to sound like he's an
Whatever.
investigator,
Yeah,
too.
They have, visualization
stop,
and
you
so on and so forth. It's
fuck.
not 100% accurate. Because people can control that, right? I can question you and you can just stare right into my eyes. So you can control that. But what
Look
I
into
test,
my
you can't
eye.
Control.
He
guy's
really
good,
is.
Because
Yeah.
I'm testing
He's
the
shutting him down.
mechanical part of your brain. So when you lie, you must use your
You want to
imagination.
deal with this guy?
No.
Giving information.
He's letting you know that you can't lie to him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
2 different levels of work for your brain. It's easier for you to write a biography about yourself than it is to write a fiction story because you have to create that fiction story.
Not him. He's a fucking
So when
liar.
you use this part of your brain,
Exactly.
you use what's known as more cognitive resources. You're thinking of the lie. You're making up the lie. You're calculating the lie. So you need more energy. Almost like when your computer.
Yeah, that's
is running a
fucking.
CD,
Hate the way this kid is trying to sound like it's just 2 equals discussing technique.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing.
Blood, more oxygen.
Men
and
of
you have to
similar
cool off your
ilk.
brain.
Yeah.
Just talking about
Polygraph,
lie
I can-
2
detectors.
crime catchers.
Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you questions
Jordan.
that I know are true.
Jordan
Is
writes,
your name
"Oh
Derek?
Jesus, he's giving him a fucking
Sitting
neurology
down.
course. Just ask him if he hates the Negroes, will ya?"
Exactly.
Derek
great
is
line.
accessing his memory. I'm going to ask you questions that are meant to activate the frontal cortex of your
Activate.
brain. So I'm going to ask you questions
Like to
that are gonna
activate the frontal
your
cortex with a bullet.
imagination. So now I know what happens to Derek when he lies. Then I'm going to ask you questions that are unknown. Say it's a bank robbery, right? Did you rob the bank? No.
Jew.
Do you know who robbed the bank? No.
A black
Maybe
guy.
You didn't rob the bank, but you know Jason robbed it, and you don't want to be a snitch. So it becomes almost like a reflex comparison test. It's pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
when
No,
you
it
get
is,
your
it is.
degree
No,
in
it's
criminal
not.
Oh, he
justice,
agrees,
you
of
do
course.
It is, it
polygraph
is.
exam.
I've
Fellow
often thought-
investigator agrees.
I've often thought it's interesting.
On their website for $115,000 a year.
Wow.
Not a bad gig.
Not at all.
Yeah. So it's an interesting science. The federal government alone has 600 polygraph examiners on
Nice.
on their
Patting
payroll.
yourself on the back.
Exactly. Steve Wilkos. We get it.
FBI, Secret Service.
Actually, he did Oprah.
So it's a big, it's a big,
It's a big field.
Big field,
Yeah,
yeah.
big field.
Yeah, big
He just
field, yeah.
repeats what the other guy said, like he was coming to that conclusion.
He's so bad.
Everybody knows what
I hate this.
It's
kid.
a dead end
panicking.
road.
This
Dead end
kid
road.
is panicking.
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
so?
We don't even need to do this.
It's like your brain is like a hard drive. It's like a hard drive.
Yeah.
Brain, anything like that.
I have anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay. Are you taking meds for your anxiety?
I'm supposed to.
Okay, but you're not on meds, right? Okay. Not on meds.
Oh.
And I also suffer from a panic attack. I get panic attacks.
Oh, okay. So yeah, pretty much similar to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You feeling okay today?
I'm feeling fine.
Okay.
I haven't had one in a year.
Okay, got
A
it.
year? He's due.
Yeah.
This is a.
I could
Fun
so
experience.
just bring
Oh,
him
of
on.
course, no,
So
definitely.
I
Yeah.
could talk to him and bring one on.
So thank God it's not a
Great.
murder trial.
Yeah, I'm not on trial for murder or rape or anything.
Exactly.
Just
He's
repeats
repeated them
everything.
again.
Stop
But,
repeating
it's a
everything.
experience
Just repeated
once
them.
again, Your criminal justice desire. It's a great thing to be
Desire.
subjected to it.
Subjected.
So let me.
Let you?
Are you tired? Have you had a good night's sleep?
My
Eat
ring
breakfast?
dingy's on.
You
I
feeling okay?
had a half a sandwich. I didn't get much sleep because I got out of work at about 12:45 and I got straight.
Boring.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And were you robbed on the way home? Yeah. You liar.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So let me review some of the questions. The issue that they've told me is that on your blogs or Twitters, there have been some racial style remarks. So you attribute
Racial
that
style.
to what?
Like
to the
that?
fact that you've been robbed before or assaulted before, primarily by racial types, by
sir.
African Americans
There you
or
go.
Hispanics or anything along those lines.
There's another
correct?
word you could use.
So tell me a little bit about those experiences, just in brief.
In brief, it was just I was always ended up walking, and I always ended up, walking into trouble,
Getting jumped.
getting jumped, getting robbed,
Okay.
knives, cut my face, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. How many times would you say that you've been robbed?
See, I really never really counted.
Oh.
I always gave it around about 40.
40. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Have all those incidents been reported to the police?
Funny if this guy
My
robbed
dad
him.
made me report like the first few, and then I just stopped telling him
Okay.
because he's in law enforcement. So
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. What branch is he in?
he's on Rikers Island.
Oh, okay. He's a corrections officer.
Yes.
I go to Rikers a lot and do a lot of tests there.
Yeah, he's in George Marchand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. So, I have my Rikers pass, as a matter of fact. I got to get it renewed.
You two can bond over a glory hole.
Questions that we're gonna ask. You tell me if they're accurate and fair. We always review questions about what we're going to ask you on the polygraph to make sure you understand them and to make sure
Okay,
that it's
that's
fair.
fine.
That's it.
Did you once have your iPod stolen?
No,
Okay.
it was an attempted robbery.
Oh, okay.
They didn't get
But
it.
they didn't get the iPod.
They didn't get it. No.
Okay, so let's change the question.
Uh-huh. Very good.
During an attempted robbery, was your iPod a target?
I killed a hooker. He just blurts out
I mean,
a confession of a horrid crime.
It was during the robbery, they wanted your iPod, maybe something else, or maybe they tried to take something else, but
It was probably they just tried to take an iPod. And then I ran, so I didn't know if they wanted anything else. so,
gotcha. Okay, so the iPod was the target of it. Have you ever worked for your uncle as a receptionist doing mortgages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Did
funny.
a man cut you with a box cutter in an attempted robbery?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr.
Was that an adult, or was
Anderson.
that
Yeah.
Another kid your age, or
Teen.
a teen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
So
help
did
your
a male-
landlady
I'm asking
take
male,
out
right?
her
It was a male.
garbage?
Yes.
Were you hit with a pipe in an attempted robbery?
Yes.
Okay. So these are events that you clearly remember, correct?
Yes.
You can see them in your head.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. What's the issue with scars on your chest? You
I
have-
thought there were scars on my chest. They were like discolorations, I guess. As I got
okay.
older, I guess they might have disappeared as the skin stretched and all that,
Okay.
all that jazz.
Thanks, Doc.
So they're not scars on your chest
Yeah.
from attacks, correct?
No, there's no scars there.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Um,
He lied yesterday.
He flat out lied yesterday.
you
We don't
consider
need to.
yourself racist?
Yes.
Okay. Do you pretend you're racist for attention?
No.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Were you twittering racial remarks before your internship?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been an intern here?
I started 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Oh, okay, so you're recent then.
Yes.
Okay. You like it so far?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, they got me doing a lie detector test.
Yeah,
What's
exactly,
going on
right?
there?
Yeah, two buddies
Can't
just
be that bad.
bonding.
That's
They're gonna
perfect.
just yucking it up.
All right.
Exactly.
Ate these
Have you
two.
been robbed approximately 40 times?
Yes.
Including attempted robberies?
Yes.
I wish the
Yeah.
ceiling
About-
caved in that
I
room.
mean, you think it's more than 10?
Definitely more than 10
I know. Wish
years.
they were doing this in the Haitian Parliament
Definitely more than 20.
a year ago.
30.
What does that sound?
The vuvuzela.
I just rounded it to 40 because that's...
Right. Okay, so I want to make sure that you can say to me, Dan, you know what? It's definitely more than 20 times.
It's definitely more than 20 times. No, I've
Okay.
definitely been in more than 20 situations
More
like
than
that.
20. Okay.
Definitely.
That's why I want to make sure that it's accurate, because sometimes people go, you know, it was 40 times, and when you count them out, you go, well, maybe more like 20. But listen, 20's a lot.
It's like, yeah, it's like,
If you're
oh,
robbed 2
it's something
times,
that happened.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I've done this 150 times.
Right, yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
I caught a fish that was 300 pounds. You know, it was 80. It's still a big fish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big fish.
So you think more than 20 times?
No, definitely more than 20 times.
Okay. 20 times. Okay. Now, what's your ethnic background?
My family comes from Malta.
Okay.
My grandmother is also from India.
Okay.
What a wreck.
And my mother's side of the family they're German Jews.
German Jews. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you've got
Christ.
Weird.
some fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I got
They
the
all
same
fucked in a
thing.
hovel, in a
So
hostel.
you're not Hispanic.
No.
Self-hatred
Are
going on
you-
there.
Unhappy that you aren't pure Caucasian.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Oh, a little
So
self-hatred.
would you have preferred to have been pure Caucasian?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever take a bus home at 3 a.m. when you were 14?
Yes.
Okay. Was that during one of the times that you were assaulted?
Yes.
Okay. Of the times that
He
you've
breaks
been
the
robbed,
windows of his own business.
How many times have
Just
black
being
men been
mellow
the
on
assailant?
that one.
99% of the time.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
And the
9.
other percentage? White kids?
A
or
few times they
Hispanic?
were Hispanic gentlemen. Probably I
Gotcha.
would say Puerto Rican.
Okay. So you think that
Puerto Rico.
probably almost all of your robberies, 99% of them,
Yes.
Were
I've
by
been
black assailants.
perpetrated by black gentlemen,
okay.
yes.
And
Perpetrated.
where do you live? What part of the city?
I live in Staten Island.
Oh, you live in Staten Island? Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Is your area primarily white, primarily black?
It's
Half and half?
white and a little Hispanic.
Okay. And do you travel through black areas, or
Depending on where I'm going, yeah.
okay, public transportation mostly?
Used to. Now I drive, so I don't have that problem anymore.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you particularly afraid of black people?
I'm afraid of the ghetto type of...
The ghetto type of guys.
Yes.
Okay, so urban guys. So if you saw a black guy in a business suit with a briefcase, no issue, right?
No issue.
If you
That's-
saw a guy with a hoodie and a baseball
Make
bat,
him return that to the
you'd be a
store.
little more cautious.
Yeah, I'd cross the street.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so not afraid of all black people, but obviously more cautious because of your experiences. Okay. Do you think you're superior to black people?
No.
Why?
No problem. Okay. So
Said he wanted to be white.
with the questions, not all of those questions are going to be asked on the polygraph, but I just wanted to sort of.
No, that's understandable. We just want to get a little background.
All right, good.
Oh, they aren't even asking any questions yet.
I'm fine.
So let me ask you a question here.
Might be trickery on his part. Who knows?
Yeah.
This week, have you ever lied to get out of serious trouble?
What do you mean by lying to get out of serious trouble?
You know what he means, stalling?
Yeah.
Lied to get out of serious trouble. Have you ever
Yeah, I was a kid.
Okay.
Broke a window and I was like, I didn't do it.
Oh, I hate him.
Between the ages of 15
Broke a
and
window. What was Dennis the Menace? What did you do, you little fuck?
Nothing criminal.
Stop it.
Did you ever steal anything?
No.
Before this week, did you ever take anything that did not belong to you?
No.
That's such a like
I know.
1950s fucking.
Did you ever knock mom's vase off the shelf? The colostomy bag you're swinging.
To a couple of sensors, okay? And
Oh, here we go.
the sensors are going to monitor your breathing with 2 rubber bands.
Oh,
Blood pressure
shit.
cuff.
Hook 'em up to a
And
taser.
we're going to have 2 sensors on your fingers.
And 2 on
Sensors
your
the fingers
balls that I will
monitor
put on with
sweat
my
gland
tongue.
Right. And one in your anus that my assistant will administer.
It has anxiety.
Wherever you lie, his penis throbs.
Tons in the afterwards. But what happens, the beauty of the polygraph is it's a customized test. Where Jason may be very cool, calm, and collected.
Use your asshole like a milking
He may be
machine.
guilty of a murder, but doesn't really care. Where you may be anxious and you haven't done anything. But what happens is your anxiety becomes your baseline. Where his coolness becomes his baseline. But when you lie, there's still the acceleration of your physiology over and above your anxiety.
Right.
Oh, no, definitely.
So,
I was just going to say, watch him agree.
Because they're nervous. People go, I was nervous, that's why I failed.
I
Because nervousness
hate
and
this kid.
lying are 2 different signals to the
It's just
polygrapher.
a boob.
So what I'm going to do is I'll hook you up.
You'll hook me up.
Do a little test where
Okay,
it's-
like I just showed you, like, you know what I mean?
your palms are
My
normally sweaty.
palms, my palms always
Yeah,
sweat.
that's
yeah,
normal
we always-
for a lot of people.
All this electrical cord.
That's normal. That's normal for liars.
Of course. You
This lying sack of shit.
exactly.
Mind the law enforcement.
Fucking greasy palmed mongrel.
Was it the detective's number?
In the city?
Uh,
Or private?
no, not a private. I was thinking either like detective homicide for NYPD, but it's a very long waiting list. That's probably like Port Authority or something.
Okay.
Just trying to relate to the guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good opportunities out there. You
Yeah,
speak any
yeah.
languages?
No. I never really bothered.
Well, the guy said, just relax, this might make you come.
My dad's mother didn't teach me the language. So when she talks bad about you,
Yeah, then you don't know.
yeah, then you don't know.
Exactly.
We should have set him up with that.
The
Get a fake guy in there. That's the bit.
fuck, which is basically a rubber band-like device. So when you breathe, it sends me a signal.
Trying to convince him that it's all
I
normal.
want to make it better.
The guy just starts unzipping his fly.
Hilarious.
See how far he can get before the guy,
That's what I'm
before the
saying.
kid freaks out. It's like, no, this is all part of it.
This
I
is
really
conductor fluid.
I have to tongue the tip of your weenie.
Yes. Here, let me just put a little salt in your
Monitor
piss
breathing
slit.
at 2 levels. You monitor at the chest level,
And at the diaphragm.
at the diaphragm level. Exactly.
Piss slit. Oh, fuck.
All right, here we go, I think. Close, finally.
Blood pressure cuff, similar to the one that, actually identical to the one the doctor uses, but it's not as tight. It may make your arm a little tingly during a polygraph, but we only keep you on it for about 3 minutes before we
Blood pressure?
release it, give you a minute to rest, and then do another chest.
Brian from Quincy, Illinois, Anthony.
Exactly.
This guy's technique is called water boring.
Water boring.
He's good, though, this guy. He has an answer for everything.
Yeah.
He's good as fuck.
These are going to monitor.
He worked for Lloyd's of London.
Sweat glands. We're going to
Yeah, his resume is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to the guy in studio after this is done.
You have about 2 million sweat glands in your body that are tubes that fill up and retract.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Yeah.
Constantly
Mr.
during the day.
Anderson.
Filling.
So anytime you move a major muscle group, your sweat glands will activate to cool you off. So what I want you to do when I test you, Derek, is I want you to look straight ahead, sort of at this area here, and to answer with your mouth only. Almost like taking an x-ray. You want to be a robot and your lips just move to go yes or no without moving your neck muscles.
Okay, so don't
Right.
move my neck muscles.
The only thing you're going to move is you can blink and you can move your mouth to say yes.
I hope you don't have
or
a
no.
gag reflex.
So say it loud enough so I can hear you through the screens, but you don't have to scream it yes or no, so that you're going to affect your body.
No problem.
Okay, so let me just do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to do an acquaintance test. In the acquaintance test, I'm going to ask you several questions that I want you to answer no to.
Yeah.
The reason I'm going to make you answer no is I'm going to make you lie and I'm going to make you tell the truth. How am I going to do that? When you answer no, for example, I may ask you, is your name Anthony? No. So that's the truth. Is your last name Rodriguez? No. So that's a lie. So I'm going to force you to tell me the truth and tell me a lie so I can know
So
how
you
you
can gauge
react.
it, yeah.
And you can practice taking the polygraph.
He agrees with everything, like he knows.
All right, so this is going to be the practice test where you get to practice sitting still, to relax.
Practice sitting still. It's like a
What you wanna do is
child.
just breathe nice and even. Don't hold your breath. Don't take any deep breaths because
This
your
would be
chest
so
muscles
bad
are
if you were
big and you
really
activate
guilty
your
of
sweat
something
glands.
really bad.
So,
And you're just like, I'm so fucked.
ready for the practice test? Okay, good. So, when you feel the blood pressure cuff inflate, we'll be getting very close to the test.
Oh boy.
I'm just making some adjustments to the instrument now.
He's grabbing his dick.
Yeah.
Adjust that instrument.
Peel the skin back on this instrument. Smell it. Smells like Munster cheese.
All right, great. So you feel the blood pressure cuff inflate.
Swarthy Mediterranean boy.
Got the blood pressure cuff around his ball
I'm going to
bag.
ask you to answer no by moving your lips only for the practice test. No matter what question I ask you, please answer no. And the practice test has begun.
Getting a reading, I guess. Just
Are you now in San Francisco?
No.
Someone is saying who knows about this shit?
Yeah.
That the test is already half over.
Yeah.
All that shit was part of the test.
Are you a student in New York University?
No.
people are throwing questions here. Are you thinking about my cock? How did your
Follow
parents
corrections,
die?
officer.
Are you a tattletale? How did your parents die? Get the fuck out now.
Do you have an
Ever
erection?
lived in Staten Island?
No.
If I called my penis Mr. Eel, would you kiss it?
So, one, your brain is working.
Is it
No matter
safe?
what your friends tell you,
From
tell me the test that it's working.
Oh, that is great. He pulls out
So that's the
dental
way the test
tools
works. You did
and
really
starts
good sitting
drilling his
still.
teeth.
You are reactive.
Is it safe? Fucking bad.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to do one chart where we're going to ask you some of the questions that we reviewed,
Do you suck dick?
as well as other questions where we're going to ask you, are you sitting down? Is your name Derek? So on and so forth, so we can test what part of your brain you're answering with.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions for me, Derek?
No.
Okay,
You pretty much explained it very well.
thank you.
Oh,
No problem.
thank you.
So just remember, in a polygraph, you can't lie a little, because the only thing that I can see is that you've activated the part of your brain that lies. So everything that we've discussed has been truthful. You've been robbed more than 20 times or attempted. When I say robbed, I mean robbed or attempted robbery, right? 20 times. Your iPod was the target of an attempted robbery, correct? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, great. All right, ready for the first chart?
Just hold
I
on.
want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Alrighty, I'm already.
All right, Derek. Here
Quiet.
we go.
Oh, here we go. Listen.
I'm a cop, you idiot!
Okay, so the test has begun. Please answer truthfully all of the questions with your mouth only.
I'm Paul R.
Answering
Nelson.
yes or no. Do you live in the state of New York?
Yes.
Is this the month of June?
Yes.
Yes.
Looking at the test, I'm
Do
sure.
you intend to lie to me on any of the questions on this test?
No.
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 Why not?
Have you been robbed more than 20 times?
Yes.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Was your iPod once the target of an attempted robbery?
What are you doing in my house?
Yes.
Is this the year 2010?
Yes.
Do you want to kiss me, or?
Did a male cut you with a box cutter in an attempted robbery?
Get the fuck out now.
Were you hit with a pipe during an attempted robbery?
I love you, Johnny Cakes.
Yes.
Are you sitting down now?
Yes.
No, I'm kneeling.
It was all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
Before this week, did you ever take anything that did not belong to you that you did not return?
Goddamn rich cunt! I kill rich cunts!
Yes, I took cum from a man's balls. I stole it while he slept.
Relax, that's the first chart. How's the arm doing?
Arm's fine.
Yeah? Good. First chart. I'll give you a minute just to relax. Get the arm.
Go ahead, go on, leave, I've pardoned you.
I pardon you. Didn't pardon him for long, did he?
No.
Oh,
Was not satisfied with the pardoning.
of course. Like killing people.
He's a fag.
Okay, so. Let me know when you're ready for the second chart.
Of course there's
Oh, I'm ready.
something wrong
Okay,
with
so we're gonna
him.
Add a chart.
He's a Negro.
And,
Is that camera videotaping me?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
It was-
Very
we
observant
got
boy.
Doesn't look like it.
That may not be on. Okay, so looking straight ahead, Derek.
It's not a very bright
Okay,
bulb.
Answering yes or no.
So yes or no? Come on. Come on.
Test has begun. Hello? Do you live in Staten Island?
Yes.
Now lick my sweaty balls.
Is your first name Derek?
Yes.
Stop talking and start sucking. I'm gonna fuck you in the mouth.
Do you plan to lie on any of your questions on this polygraph test?
Okay!
No.
No.
Did a male cut you with a box cutter in an attempted robbery?
Negro.
Yes.
Has the Iron Sheik
Have you
made you
been
humble?
robbed more than 20 times?
Yes.
Were you twittering racial remarks before your internship began?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to Opie and Anthony?
No.
I'm gonna come down your throat. You fucking well better swallow it all.
Are you sitting down now?
Yes.
Do you pretend that you're a racist to get attention?
No.
Goddamn liar!
Did you work for your uncle as a receptionist doing mortgages?
Yes.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Between the ages of 15 and 17, did you ever commit a crime that you were not caught for?
No.
You're a liar!
Okay, good.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
All right.
It'd be great if the guy just said you're guilty and shot him in the temple.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Remain seated there.
Oh, one more question.
You said, I can smell your cunt.
Yeah, it goes a little heavy.
Yes, it works, seaweed.
Food, all right?
No. Come on.
Is he coming out?
Are they done?
He's out? Sam, he's out officially?
He's done.
He's done, okay.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? You want to take a break and then get the guy in with
Yes.
Derek?
Yeah, let's
How,
do
how
that.
long does he need?
Get
Right.
unhooked and everything?
To analyze.
To analyze and all that. Probably not that long, right?
Yeah,
This is probably an easy one for him.
He's a
All right.
pro.
We'll take a break. We'll get the lie detector guy in studio with Derek and get the results of the little test he just took, okay? All right.
Stay still and listen.
Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show on the virus. Serious.
Well, that was pretty good, man. Where's the lie detector guy? We got to bring him in here.
That was fun. All right.
Very good job, sir.
Gentlemen.
Very good job. You can sit at the big table here with the boys. You need him on mic too or no?
He's all right.
He's all right? Okay.
Yeah, he's all right.
Well, we let you know that we were listening in, and wow, none of us want to talk to you ever.
You sure?
Yeah, you're fucking good, man.
What are you lying about?
You're a problem. I think everyone lies about something. Let's be serious with each other here.
That they do.
Daniel, how do you say your last name there?
It's just like it sounds. Ribakoff.
Ribakoff. Okay.
Like ribs with a cough.
Founder and CEO of International Investigative Group Ltd. Watch out.
Yes, sir.
In-depth polygraphs.com, right?
Yeah, that's one of our divisions.
And that's your assistant Jason over there?
Correct.
Give him a plug.
Good
and
man.
you've been all over the place. Look at all the stuff on your resume. Pretty impressive.
Named one of the top 15 investigators in the country.
Yeah.
Representing Lloyd's of London for a Tiffany jewelry store armed robbery. 95% of the $2 million was recovered. Lloyd's of London is probably not looking to pay out if they don't have to.
Well, no insurance company wants to pay, and we've done a lot of good work for insurers on frauds as well as regular recoveries.
And then you got this impressive thing, Tyra.
Yeah, I was on Tyra. And
that's a joke, sir. We hate Tyra.
Yeah, sorry. She's cute.
You worked for AIG? $120 million bank fraud case?
Yeah, one of the largest bank fraud cases in the United States.
And you said on the 93 Trade Center bomb, what did you do? Did you talk to people in the buildings? Or
Yeah, we actually conducted investigation for insurers for the possibility of subrogation. Insurers always want their money back from somebody. So if I'm the parking garage company and I let the bomber in, then they're going to sue the parking garage company and say, well, it was your fault that these paintings got damaged that we insured in the building.
Okay.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Subrogation is a big part of
what's
insurance.
subrogation mean?
Subrogation is when one insurance company goes after another party to recover the money they've been paid out.
Huh.
So even in a car accident, if you rear end this gentleman right here,
I don't rear end anyone, sir.
they'll pay him. Boop. So they'll pay him, but come after your insurance company saying, "Hey, we paid him, but it's your fault."
So it's never over.
Never over. Everybody sues everybody.
Yeah. Sue everyone.
Just keeps going around and around and around.
Hey, keeps me in business.
And Steve Wilko's show. You've been on there.
I'm Steve's polygraph examiner.
He's a nice guy. We had him on when that show first started.
Oh, really nice
I don't know
guy.
if it's doing well or anything.
Yeah,
I don't even know where
It's been
you
on
see
for a
it.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up on his 4th season. He's up in Stamford, Connecticut now.
Good for Steve.
Yeah, I go up there Tuesdays and Wednesdays and do all of his polygraphs for him.
Very cool.
Very nice gentleman.
How much
a nice-
trouble do you
nice
think
gig.
your vendor salute is in?
He's got a problem. I wish I could have polygraphed him after the Holloway incident.
Yeah.
You don't think he's getting out of Peru to go serve his term in Aruba? You don't think they're going to let him go?
I wouldn't want to be in jail in Peru, that's for sure. Yeah,
That's got to be a nasty jail.
Yeah, not a
Man.
good place. They have in solitary, from what I hear.
For now, but once he's
Yeah,
guilty.
general population.
What was your biggest get?
Actually, one of the armored truck robberies that we had here in the United States, we were involved in $8.1 million, which is the second largest recovery of cash in United States history from an armored truck loss.
You should get a percentage of that.
I wish, but hey,
that's
I'm
the way
happy
to
if
go.
they pay my bills, you know.
Oh, really? Yeah. I hear you. So
Usually they do.
So you talked to Derek, the intern.
Yeah, Derek the intern.
What's your, without giving away anything, what's your general thoughts on the kid?
Impression of him.
Yeah,
Seems like a nice kid. He's got his head screwed on straight, but he's got a nice imagination.
Did you like that he was agreeing with you like two men of similar ilk? Like you'd go investigate, he would just go, yeah, investigate. Just repeat what you said.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I concur.
he sort of fancies himself as someone who knows a little bit more about law enforcement than he does, but he's young and impressionable, and he'll learn. When I was 18, I knew it all also.
Right.
So let me ask you, with that test, the whole part of every moment of that is got something to do with the test. Even if it's just you loosening the guy up. Does the test start before you actually said the test started?
No, the test starts once it starts, and as a polygraph examiner, the only thing that I utilize in determining whether a person is being deceptive or truthful are the charts. But I do need to establish a rapport. I establish a rapport. I try to make friends with the person. I try to put the person at ease by explaining the process, answering their questions, and taking the mystery out of the polygraph. It also gains confidence where a lot of people that are guilty will confess prior to the polygraph for what's known as fear of detection. Uh-oh. This guy's telling me this thing works, and he's explaining to me, and he's showing me the reasons why. You know what? Maybe I better cut a deal here. So a lot of times we'll get confessions before the polygraph even starts.
Interesting, and because you're basically telling them you can't lie to the machine because it's an involuntary, using a different part of your brain. And
Right.
There are ways to beat it, but I know it's extremely difficult to beat.
I'm sorry, countermeasures are something that people will advertise on the internet or post. The only problem with countermeasures is it's very obvious to a trained examiner that you're employing countermeasures.
Ah, right.
So countermeasures, by doing things with your body, are not easy to do unless you've been trained by the military. So in case you're captured in Iraq, you're not a spy, but you're really a civilian contractor. But that takes years of training. So if I come in and I say, oh, I read this on the internet and I'm going to do this or that or control my breathing or squeeze my butt cheeks, that's an instant fail.
So you'll notice,
We notice it right away.
Wow.
Yeah. And people will do drugs. They'll take all sorts of medicines that they don't disclose as a countermeasure. But then once again, we look at it. Yeah. Well, the tack in the shoe will cause you to fail. Because once you cause yourself pain, you're going to cause a reaction. But people will smoke pot. They'll take sedatives. But it's obvious when I'm looking at the charts that you are less reactive. And I don't know if you heard, but I asked him, what kind of medicines do you take? What medical conditions do you have?
Right.
So I know when I'm looking at a chart, he has a little bit of anxiety, but he's not taking meds. So I know how he should be reacting. If he's
I'm sorry, didn't the Lutzes pass a polygraph from the Amityville Horror, or was that a myth?
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the polygraph on that.
And where's the courts with these tests?
Okay, so polygraphs have been around for almost 100 years. Today, polygraphs are admissible in court itself in approximately 20 states, as well as the federal government and federal immigration court. But polygraphs are used here in New York State. I'm on the expert roster for the City of New York, as well as for criminal and state Supreme Court. And what we do is we utilize polygraphs to adjudicate cases before they go to trial. So, for example, a kid was arrested for selling heroin to a narcotics cop. And the kid's story was, I found 20, and this is a true case, I found $20 on the floor, and the next thing I know, I pick it up, and a cop jumps out of the bushes and locks me up, says, you sold me heroin. Well, the district attorney said, I don't like this cop because every kid he arrests tells the same story. How many kids are going to make up the same story? So she encouraged him to have his defense lawyer get a polygraph, which he did. The kid passed it. So now the cop is under investigation, and the kid's free. So we utilize it outside of the courtroom, but between defense attorney and district attorney to get to the bottom of things.
Because they kind of know how accurate it is despite the legality of...
Well, the district attorney has a polygraph unit. The NYPD has a polygraph unit. The federal government has over 600 polygraph examiners on their payroll. Well, polygraphs are probably one of the most utilized and famous law enforcement tools.
Yeah. With that said, we got Anthony's brother on the line. Who wants him desperately.
Oh, I remember. I remember this one.
Brother Joe, what's up? You got Daniel Ribicoff.
Daniel Ribicoff. The only thing I can tell you is that I beat it. I'm not a professional. I don't know any more than the average person. But I told myself before taking the test, and I don't want to get into details of why I had to be tested.
That you really did think she was over the age of 8?
I swear, she looked at least 12. What I did was basically in the examination room, I stared straight ahead at a doorknob, and answered all the questions completely falsely. I mean, I had a lie. Flat out lie to beat it, and nothing, and I was passed. I mean, it could have been the examiner.
That's
as good as some other examiners, but it was a very popular polygraph company here on the island in Nassau County.
How long ago was that?
It was a company. I mean, it was
how long was it, Joe? Go.
Had to be about 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure a lot's gone on.
Have changed, sure.
Yeah, the technology has changed.
It was a matter of keeping it in your head that there's no way this machine is going to be able to tell whether or not my mind is telling the truth.
Well,
it's all physiological changes. I mean, that's what triggers these machines. What makes the results that come up on the graphs on these machines. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what makes.
No, it is.
Makes true or false, correct, or guilty or not guilty. And I just kept telling myself, "There's no way."
Right. Well, there's a lot to it. A lot has changed in the past 20 years. If you think cell phones, we had cell phones that were glued to your car, and now you have them that you can't even find them in your pocket. So technology has advanced. Computerized polygraphs are out. Techniques, formulation of questions have changed. Where now the scientific accuracy in a study of field exams versus laboratory created situations has shown it to be 98% accurate. So
wow,
sold
2% Joe. I'm sorry for interrupting, but is the questioning still based on yes and no answers?
Yeah, they're always yes or no. They're reviewed with the examinee prior, and once again, question formulation is certain other scoring questions that we ask. So it's come a long way, and now we understand a little more about the brain with the advent of functioning MRI scans, that different parts of the brain are utilized.
Let me jump in. So you believe that people could, lie through this whole thing, right?
Some people are more...
What would be the percentage, though?
It's a small percent, and once again, by a trained examiner utilizing proper procedures and modern equipment, it's very difficult to defeat.
Will they ever get it to where it's 100% accurate, you think? Or
well, nothing in science is 100%. Right. If you take a mammogram, it's not 100%. If you go for a blood screening, it's not 100%. Yeah.
All right, Joe, you liar.
All right, Joey.
Yeah, Joe, come in for a
Yeah,
test.
anomaly.
I'll take care of you. No problem. Come on in.
Still don't think. I would definitely do it at a future date. I still don't feel like yes or no answers are going to give you guilty or not guilty.
What was one of the questions? Did you ever have sex with a goat? And did you answer nah?
Oh, look out! Look out!
Why would Joe say nah?
I get it, because that would make me. I get it.
Joe didn't get it.
Later, Joe.
See you, man.
Okay. So where are we at?
That was a big one.
Want to bring Derek in, or
Lufthansa heist he was talking about, by the way.
yes.
Yeah.
He went security. Go looking at
You're
him.
looking at him.
You want to bring Derek in at this point? Or?
Yes, let's bring Derek in.
Bring in the examinee.
The
The
examinee?
examinee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we set Derek up close to the table, or... Yeah, might as well. Make it easy.
Under it.
Here he comes.
Derek, sit over near Danny, or
you go.
take his mic, whatever.
Cool.
You don't have to leave Danny. He can stand right there.
Well, Derek, how do you think... Yeah, put your headphones on. Put them on like Jimmy if you want.
Well, ask him first, how'd you feel in there, in general?
Yeah, how'd you feel in there?
A little anxious.
Anxious?
Not gonna lie, no.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you think you did? None of us know, by the way, yet.
I believe some questions I may have showed I was telling the truth, and some questions I was telling a lie.
Why would you have showed you were telling a lie if you're being truthful?
I was being truthful, but you know what I mean? My breathing, I noticed my breathing was changing a little differently.
But it's also brain function, muscle
function, yeah.
reflex.
Like I said, the breathing might show that I was lying, but the brain function will show that I was telling the truth.
One of the questions I already forgot, you answered differently.
Yeah,
than
you
when
answered
we
differently.
asked you, so that one right there was a lie.
Which one was this?
I think it was the body scar ones.
Oh, right, the chest scar.
No, yeah. I mean, like I said I had scars, but they were like discoloration, shit like that, and they may have disappeared because they were there for a very long time.
What? And then what happened? They just disappeared on the way in yesterday?
I don't think they just disappeared on the way in yesterday.
But yesterday when we asked you, you're like, oh, yeah, scars on my chest. Like, you were pretty damn confident you had a scar on your chest.
And I think you were implying yesterday that they were there and, you know, they were from these robberies or assaults.
No, listen, they were there. They were there. I'm not saying that, I've never had them. They were there. I know they were there.
And then you said maybe it wasn't 40 times that you were robbed.
No, but it's probably not 40 times. Like I said, that was a rounded number.
Rounded number. I liked this, too, by the way. He said that he was robbed 40 times, and 99% of the people that robbed you were black.
No, they were.
Okay. Do you realize that you need 100 people to rob you for one person to not be black? So a half a person, you can't get 99% of 40 people and have a full person. You were robbed by a fraction of a person.
Exactly. He was half black, half white.
Yes. It's Gary Coleman.
It just mathematically didn't work out. I just found that funny.
I'm not good at math.
Deceiving, just kind of funny.
No, I was never good at math.
It was nice hearing you and the investigator talk, though. They're just
like you were
two gentlemen
guys
of a
talking
similar
about criminal justice and shit like that. It was
Oh,
kind of
you guys heard everything in the
Oh, hell, what do you think? We're just going to leave you alone in there and not put it on the show? We've heard everything you said.
Yeah, you just had a great segment, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Should we do this?
I think so.
Yeah. Let's now see what the results were.
Yes. All right. So basically, I tested our examinee, Derek, here on 2 charts. I reviewed the questions with him beforehand. We changed some of the relevant questions. The one that had been proposed was, have you been robbed 40 times? And in discussing with him, he said, well, it was definitely more than 20 times, maybe not 30 to 40, sort of the fish story. It was a 300-pound fish when it was really an 80-pound fish. So I asked him, have you been robbed more than 20 times? And the results of that question are that there is deception indicated in both charts, meaning that the subject did not tell the truth.
Oh boy.
We need some sound effects.
But he was truthful on other questions.
Yes, he is in fact not in San Francisco.
Right. He's not in San Francisco.
He was sitting.
There you go. So I asked him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on, we need the
Hold on, we need some-
Boom.
Yeah, we need some stuff here.
Game show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Should have had this prepared. I'm I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's...
Ready for the next question,
Wait,
gentlemen.
before we move on.
Sure.
So Derek, you haven't been robbed over 20 times.
Yeah, it's okay to be truthful.
No, listen, I am being truthful. I have been robbed over 20 times, and that's not a lie.
Why would that come out as being a little deceitful there?
I don't know.
And we
about the
were at
polygraph.
40,
I'm not-
by the way, 40 times.
Yeah.
Now it's not even 20 times.
Everything's negotiable.
Right.
Yeah, seems so. Oh, all right.
All right, so next question. Ready?
Yes.
During an attempted robbery, was your iPod the target? His answer was yes. And the results of that question is that he did tell the truth. There is no deception indicated.
Oh, okay. So somebody did try to get your iPod. Okay.
Next question. Did a male cut you with a box cutter during an attempted robbery? The examinee answered yes. And the results of that, once again, no deception indicated.
Whoa! Tough guy.
Next one. Were
Wait,
you...
how does that make me tough? I wasn't the stabber. I was the stabbee.
Just getting cut. Tough guy.
Fuck, man. That's a surprise right there, because I didn't buy that either yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't buying that.
I think he did it to himself. Danny hurt himself.
Wow, okay.
I asked him, were you hit with a pipe in an attempted robbery? And the examinee once again answered yes, and the results are no deception indicated.
Oh, the pipe, the knife. All right.
Fuck. He's a good victim.
All right. Yeah.
All right, now. Were you twittering racial remarks before your internship began? Once again, he answered yes, and the subject is telling the truth. He's been a racist all along.
Ah.
There is no deception indicated on that. Do you pretend you're a racist for attention? The answer is no. And the results, no deception indicated. The subject did tell the truth. He is really a racist.
Yeah, wow. Look at you.
Genuine. And here's a good one that you guys are going to really appreciate. Have you ever lied to Opie and Anthony?
Oh, shit.
Answer, no. Results, deception indicated.
Ah. See? I know. Yes. Wow. So you have lied to us. Probably about the 20 times.
So I think he's an exaggerator, not a liar. And
it's lying.
Nah, but there's a difference between a guy who's been robbed a few times who tries to make it seem like a little more than a guy who out and out just says, I've been robbed, when he never has. This is, to me, there's a different motive there. One tells tall tales.
Okay.
One is a producer.
Definitely some surprises there.
The thing is, though, the Twitter thing I have a question for, because they say that his racist Twitters started, they can go back and see where they were. They say his racist tweets started the day after he got his internship email.
Look who investigated
It was
that.
Love Buzz.
It was Love Buzz. I mean, think about it.
wanna
How
get
far
Love Buzz
back
in
did he
here?
really go? How far back did he go before his internship?
Have you ever given a lie detector test to a turnip?
Yeah.
You want to try? Because here's the turnip.
Bring him in. Hey, Love Buzz.
Yeah.
How far back did you go to look and see if he had any racist tweets before his internship?
I went back to May 26th, so I went exactly a month.
What?
Well, a month?
May 26th, first of all.
It's not even
You
June
fucking
26th,
boob.
you
It's June
idiot.
15th.
Well, you know, exactly a month from June 26th, when Steve sent us the email.
It's not June 26th yet.
Like
You are a
drug
sorry-
test. Drug test time.
What are you talking about?
You're an idiot.
I'm talking about May 26th. I got the month
We know
wrong.
that.
Yeah.
To what?
May 26th to April 26th.
Oh, you went back a month?
Yeah, I went back a month. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, all right. God.
I can bring in the tweets if you want.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
Polygraph question. Are you under the influence of narcotics?
No.
He really is a boob.
You should say yes.
Can you
At
tell
least in
people are
its
lying
excuse.
by just looking at them?
As an investigator, I've been doing it for years, so some people won't submit to a polygraph exam, but during an interview, you do get a pretty good idea.
You could get a good idea.
Sure.
What's a good way of telling?
Usually if they turn red and swallow hard, then they're usually lying.
You got kids?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, God, I'd hate to be your son. Holy shit.
I would just act weird when I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Did you do your homework? Yeah! We got Steve in here. You have to ask our producer, A, does he think he's an effective producer? And B, is he gay?
Yes.
And I would like you to ask him, just in conversation, has he ever held a penis in his mouth? I'm not saying he had to worship it, but has he ever had one in the mouth by either on purpose or accident?
Steve's not happy.
Would he be? You have to ask him some basic questions. You could just tell by his, again, you could tell by his body language if
And
he's
we'll make it
telling the
very
truth.
clear that, you know.
It's not, you just guess
It's not accurate.
Yeah, he's not hooked up to a machine.
Right, nothing.
He should be.
You want to put Steve in the comfortable chair behind you, Jimmy?
Yes.
Steve, this fine gentleman has a couple questions for you.
Yes, there's a couple of techniques he
Or
uses.
how about Love Buzz get the fuck up?
Yeah, Love Buzz, you just kind of lounging like it's fucking grandmother's patio. Get up there.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
This is Daniel.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm fine, Daniel. How are you?
Good. Can you raise your right hand, please? All right. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions today. Have you ever taken a hot, soapy shower with a man?
No.
What do you guys think?
Probably he might not have. I doubt he's showered. They probably like the manly odor. See if he's does he think he's a good producer?
Do you think you're a good producer?
Yes.
He is telling the truth there.
Okay, which means he's a sociopath.
He has illusions of grandeur.
Yeah, he doesn't know any better.
Sociopath.
Has he ever held another man's penis?
Have you ever, in his mouth or in his hand?
In his hand. Let's start with the hand.
In his hand. Have you ever held another man's penis while it was erect in your hand?
No.
Oh, he's got an issue there. I don't know. Usually what happens is when you laugh, you sort of stall to be able to create the lie. So, or if
You
they
wanna ask
repeat
it
the
again?
question, like you ask a question, the guy goes, did you cross the street? Did I cross the street? That's a delay
Exactly.
tactic right there.
Yep. Sure
Giving
it
you
is.
enough time.
I've seen that one before on First 48. You see that a lot.
Yeah.
It's great.
We use that for hecklers.
Yeah.
Someone heckles, you fucking repeat it, gives you that half a second extra time.
Jimmy,
to think.
I kind of like this. You come up with the next question for him to ask.
Has he ever looked at another man and wanted to engage in oral sex with him but not said anything?
Have you ever had the desire to perform oral sex upon another man but never moved forward with it?
No.
He's telling the truth.
That's right. He always sucks a
always
dick when he
moves
wants to.
No matter what I say, I'm gay.
He's telling the truth.
Doesn't make him a bad guy.
Would you rather be the top or the bottom in a homosexual encounter?
Well, it has to be yes
how
or
do I
no.
answer that, though? I can't. It's got to be
Would
yes
you
or
like
no.
to be the top in a homosexual encounter?
Do you prefer to be the pitcher or the catcher?
Yes. Would you prefer to be the pitcher?
Neither.
Neither.
He's abstaining now.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Have you ever held another man's penis in your mouth and made this sound?
And do it just like that, sir.
And do it just like that. Wait, does he have to ask?
Have you
Yeah.
ever had sexual physical contact with your mouth and another man's penis?
No.
He's telling the truth.
I doubt
He
it.
answered that question right away.
Yeah, but you
looking
didn't do
straight.
Well,
the
he kind of knew the answer he had to give.
Yeah.
Like, ask me a question. Ask me if I ever held a penis in my mouth.
He was prepared. Have you ever held another man's penis in your mouth?
Yes!
Have you ever held another man's penis in someone else's mouth? Oh, that he failed.
Yes, I'm a cuckold.
It's like, damn, he found me out.
All right. So,
all right.
what the
Derek is being truthful. Good.
Derek, fuck.
He exaggerates, but he's not a liar.
Exaggerated.
Little
We'll
exaggerate.
put him
He's
in
a
that
young
category.
exaggerator.
He exaggerates a bit.
Yes.
Exactly. He doesn't always lie, only usually when his lips move.
Ah, shit. So what are we
Got
plugging
a lot
today,
of lie
sir?
detector jokes.
I got plenty of them.
Polygraph jokes.
I'll tell you my
Polygraph
polygraph joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I'm asking the questions here.
All right, there you go. Oh, Chip like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're gonna maybe steal that one, Chip.
Yeah.
Feel free.
I should have a lie detector machine, you know, see who's telling the truth.
I can't take you. It's just the worst.
What a fun stopper.
All right, why don't we get the plugs in there, sir, Daniel?
Yes.
What are we plugging today for you?
Our polygraph services.
Okay.
Anyone who'd like to speak to us about polygraphs for personal reasons, criminal reasons, any reason at all. If
Do you do parties?
Yeah, actually we do, believe it or not.
I would imagine you would.
Yeah, I did the opening for the Get Smart movie, as a matter of fact.
I would imagine the bachelorette parties or something like that.
Oh, it's a lot
Did
of
you
fun.
ask the
yeah.
cast, do you
Obviously
think
not-
this is going to be a good movie?
Exactly. Obviously, it's not a real polygraph, but for demonstration purposes, why not?
Who starred in that movie?
It was
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway. The Rock was in there. Alan Arkin.
Okay.
A good remake.
Does Alan Arkin have a big penis?
I don't know. Let's ask Steve.
Yes.
All right, so how did they get a hold of you, Dan?
1-800-766-2779. 1-800-766-2779. Happy to answer any questions you might have or to set your loved one up for an appointment.
It's called indepthpolygraphs.com. Very easy to remember.
Gentlemen, a pleasure and a privilege.
Yeah, we're going to
be
have
on
to
the
get
show.
you back, man.
Thank you.
Anytime.
This is
Whenever
very,
we need
very
'em.
good.
It's great having you here.
Very good.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Now, back to the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus.